Gold is tested in fire and chosen once in the furnace of humiliation. My dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, the world teaches us that greatness comes from wealth, power, and recognition. But today's readings show us a different truth. True greatness is found in humility, sacrifice, and service. The book of Sirach tells us, gold is tested in fire and chosen once in the furnace of humiliation. Sirach 2:5. God does not promise an easy life, but He promises that those who remain faithful in trials will shine like gold. Saint John Mary Vianney used to say, "The greatest saint among us is not the one who glows in glory, but the one who endures suffering with love." When we suffer for doing what is right, we become more like Christ. In the Gospel, we see how different Jesus' way of thinking is from ours. His disciples, instead of listening to him about his suffering, they were arguing about who among them was the greatest. How often do we fall into the same trap? How often do we seek recognition instead of humility? Jesus corrects them with these powerful words. If anyone wants to be first, he must be the last and the servant of all. Mark 9:35. He then takes a child in his arms and says, "Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me." Mark 9:37. Saint Mother Teresa understood this deeply when she expressed, "If you want to change the world, go home and love your family." True greatness is not in seeking positions of honor, but in lowering ourselves to serve with love. My dear brothers and sisters, today we remember Blessed Rani Maria, who lived this gospel message with her entire life. She served the poorest of the poor, knowing that this path would undergo persecution. She was brutally martyred, stabbed over 50 times, yet her last words were of forgiveness. She followed the words of St. Augustine, who says, "If you are suffering but still love your enemies, you are already a saint." Her story forces us to ask, are we truly following Christ, or are we only seeking comfort in our faith? Do we desire greatness for ourselves, or are we willing to become servants? Do we love only when it is easy, or do we love even when it costs us everything? St. Francis of Assisi said, "It is in giving that we receive, and in dying that we are born to eternal life." True greatness is not found in power, but in love, not in ruling over others, but in serving them. My dear brothers and sisters, let us not go after the false greatness of this world. Let us follow the path of Christ, the path of humility and service. Like Blessed Rani Maria, let us love until it hurts, forgive and embrace the trials of faith with joy. Will we take this path?